The rain is falling. The fans are soaked. But here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full. Looking into the raindrops and he muffs it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. 26-yard line. First down, it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. On first and 10, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 3 down. 3 down.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. At the 5-yard line. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's third down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On third down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be two empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Locke, he'll find Lindsay here. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From midfield, here's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to put him back deep here with his first punt. Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
On 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check.
To throw again. Jackson rolling to his right. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They run the counter. It's Gibson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Second and 12. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. 15 yards there for number 15. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
To Antonio Gibson. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And he'll complete this to Gibson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Broncos 7, Ravens nothing.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try to get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Block on the give. It's Lindsey. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Block working out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lock going to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
He was brought down by...
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
At the Ravens' 22-yard line.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 21. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they'll get this down to the 10. And now we're going to get a stoppage as it looks like, yeah, that's Lindsey still down on the field now. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Going deep here for Landry. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
At their own.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Second down. It's Lindsay. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsay. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
44-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. From the gun. Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And 4 at the Ravens' 39-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 7, Locke. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jakeem Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happened. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
Set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 57 yards. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
He was brought down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Locke. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, Locke. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check, recon, let's get your fight. Move, fellas, let's go. Hard. Watch twins.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The Broncos first down.
Now it's Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Locke on target there to Fant, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Fourth down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Denver.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown.
Phillip Lindsay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches, because who's going to cover? Which is where he likes to operate, with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Broncos 27, Ravens nothing. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10.
44.
Play action. It's Jackson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Patton, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the kick here, no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And the 3rd time's a charm as he finally gets one of these to go.
Makes the score Broncos 27, Ravens 13.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Block trying again after the pick six. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Patch it. Patch it. Check it out. Check it out.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt.
Field goal, a 25-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They go play action with Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 3-yard line.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. After the interception, here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
40-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson flush to his right. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Watch this flag. Watch this 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Watch 50 up. Jack right.
A lot going to throw it here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Now Locke again. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
At the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Stay calm. 132 fight. Go. Motion backfield. Mike 5'9". Mike 5'9". Go. Stay with your man.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Number 15.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Let's put that team on the hook. Say general. Fast.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He's going to go up top again. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Jackson now down around his goal line, and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, David, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's what's puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.